Hi, my name is Michelle Elm and I work in the marketing department of Paul Davis Restoration, Greater Asheville. I'm just going to give you a very high level of what it would look like for you to use the iCat for a pack-in from a fire. We currently are in the middle of one, so I can't really show you from start to finish, but what happens at the beginning of a job is you type in your job number and you create some labels, small ones for tag items, larger one for boxes. Okay, you bring your recycled boxes to the job, and we have 2 of these iCat cameras, so 2 people can inventory at the same time. Right over here, we're going to pretend that this is a shelf at somebody's house. Let's say all these items are on a bookshelf. So we take our camera, which looks like this, and you select a room, and we have a generic code for what the room numbers stand for. In this case, room 1 is the den. Then you move it up to the barcode, and what you're going to do is, I gotta grab my, you're going to figure out that this will fit in a medium-sized box. You'll scan the label, and then you'll simply take a picture of each item that's going to go in that box. Now, if there's a chip or anything on any of the items, there is a voice record option that you can just say there's a chip on the upper lip of the dish, and you can take a close-up of it. You're not restricted to 1 photo per item. You can show whatever you would need to show, rather how we used to have to write it down. The same goes for a tag item. You would simply scan the tag item, and then scan the stationary item like a broom or something, and then attach that to the tag item. So 2 people can go inventorying along and the other people come behind and pack, and you can see how it expedites things very fast. So upon loading everything on the truck and coming into the shop, how it works is we start with the cleaning process, and let me show you our workstation. Come on over here. Here we have our laptop. We have this job pulled up. This is what the customer can see and the adjuster can see, because this is in the cloud, so everybody can pull it up, and you can see the type of box, if it was high density, heavy clean, and everything that's in that box. These are our scanners once we get to the shop, so you're not tethered to a computer. And then we also have a screen up there so they can periodically check their work and make sure that what they're scanning is moving to the right areas. Okay, so we are here. We are starting to unload the dirty boxes in the cleaning area. You would get everything out, clean it, whether it's going into the ultrasonic or whether it's being hand cleaned. And upon it being cleaned, we're moving it to these racks that go in the ozone. And how we track the clean items now is we have some barcodes that have specific uses, and these are at all the workstations. So we are going to say we're going to take this dirty box, move its location, and we're going to place all of these cleaned items now on rack 1, shelf B. And then all the things that they had cleaned would be put here. So forth and so on. If all the items can't fit on one shelf, you just scan the box again, move item, and that same box is going to shelf C. Once all the cleaned items, once these racks are full, we roll these racks over to our ozone area. Now upon moving it in here, we're moving location again. So we're going to scan the rack shelf, move location, and it's going into ozone. So at this point, all of this is being recorded on the computer. So a customer can know when their furniture is in ozone, and if they wanted their rocking chairs in an emergency, they know that they're almost ready to be packed out. So you can see the progression of where the job is going. You can see we can fit a lot of inventory on racks, and we can also check it for, double check it for cleanliness a lot easier on these racks. So once they're cleaned, we move it out, and Icat will then produce new labels for the new boxes that actually have the rooms listed. Where before, when we pulled them in, it's just going to say room 1, room 2. Once we get the job in the system, it actually converts it to what we've named our rooms. So it'll come out to say price, box number X, kitchen, or den, or whatever the room name is. So then we have a packing area, get our clean boxes, pack all the clean items, get them ready for storage. So once you get them ready for storage, you can say, you can run a report called close box. So you have all these scanned items. You hit close box, and then it runs a report to where you want to move it. You can follow me up here. So we've scanned all the items. We know that we're going to store them in pod 10, and then we close box. And what that tells you is everything you've just scanned is now stored in pod 10, and it'll run you this report that shows you the job name and where the job is located. Now we do have tag items that sometimes don't fit in a pod. The same will happen. You're going to scan those tag items and then scan the location you want to store them in. And this is one handy thing about the Icat. If we had, say, a refrigerator from their house, you would scan the refrigerator, put move location, and scan it to what we have called the appliance area. This way we have an area that you don't have to move the appliances very much. They come off the truck, they get cleaned, they get moved straight to the appliance area, rather than trying to keep them close to the job and thinking you're going to lose something if it's not all together. The report system is going to tell you where Mr. Price's job is. And then you can, if you have other large furniture, then you can have the rest of your warehouse labeled, like the north rack number 3. So again, you can select the tag item, move location to wherever it's going to be stored. When it's time to pack the job out, you're going to run a delivery report, and it's going to tell you Mr. Price has 20 boxes in pod 10, a refrigerator in the appliance area, and a couch and some cushions in the north shelf number 3. So it'll tell the person who's getting ready to load the truck where everything in the Price job is. Lastly, once we have the whole job ready to load, we will scan a truck number, move location, and we will scan every item that goes onto that truck. Now once the truck is loaded and ready to go, we'll rerun a report, and any variables will show up. If we've forgotten to load the refrige and it didn't get on the truck, it's going to say you have all these items for Price on the truck, but there's 3 other things in different locations, and you'll see where the other pieces of that job are that you might have forgotten. So the reporting system is phenomenal. That's just a super high level about how it works. Saves a ton of time, and there is a small video they put together for us, and I'll be willing to email it to anybody. If you shoot me an email or ask Sharon to shoot you the email, because it's a YouTube video, but it's not published, so we have to send it to you. But it's about a 25-minute video about how the reporting system works and how it looks on the computer. So thank you for your time.